Now the reason I'm changing the ignition switch is one day I was driving the truck and the tach and the speedometer quit working, and then it downshifted out of overdrive into third, and then it would only shift or start out in second and shift to third, even if I'd pulled the shifter manually. Shut the truck off at a stop sign, let it sit 10 seconds, started it up, everything came back and started working. I drove it for a day before it acted up again. And now I'm trying to get it to act up so I can show you what wire to test for power if you really want to be thorough. And after about 10 key starts, now it acted up. So I will find what wire we were looking for to check and see that it doesn't have power. Okay, this is what I discovered. On the main plug of the harness underneath, the white wire. When my tach is not working, it would only have 4 to 5 volts of voltage in it. And a couple times when the tach was working, then I had full battery voltage. And right now it is not working. So we got 0.4. See, it's not working. So if you really want to diagnose and make sure you're replacing the part correctly, check that white wire. If, of course, everything's working, it should have battery voltage or 12 plus volts when the vehicle's running. If it is not, it will have 0 or stray, smaller amount of voltage. I'm not going to cover a lot, but remove this. You have to remove the cover around the column. This bottom kick panel, remove that. They got an assortment of 7mm and inverted Torx, and we'll get down to where I had trouble actually removing the ignition switch. Now to get the key switch out with the key, you need the keys. You have to remove the inverted Torx that are holding this on. This one spun free, but then gently pull top half of the cover and just lift it up a little bit. You have to access a hole in there above the key and tumbler. So I have a pick, go in there, and you push down on there while you're turning the key in start position. Once you have that pushed down, you can feel it, and then the key and the tumbler will pull out. And then you can take this cover off. How to remove the switch that is above the key tumbler. Pretty simple. Holding the phone backwards, but go on the back side with a real small screwdriver and just get in there and pry it on the bottom towards the passenger side, and it swivels right out. You're pushing on that piece right there. The main harness plug has a 7mm head bolt there, take off, and then that lifts up and out of the way. And then this is also a 7mm head. Loosen that up, and then you can unplug it. Of course, remember to unplug or unhook your battery first. Now the harness, you have to unplug some of these wires, and they're pretty simple. Just get a flat blade screwdriver on the inside edge there. In there, just push it down and slide it out of the way. You got a little hook here to push away from there. Do that on both sides, this side and the gray one there. The terminal's out. There's a little blue lock on there you have to remove. Just get in there with a screwdriver and pop that up. And then you can go in there and the wires will come right out. There's that one. And just using a little small pick, or you can use a piece of wire that you smash the end down on. If it gets too wide, then it won't work. But kind of force that in there to push the finger down. And that one, and now I just got one to do over here, and I took pictures of everything beforehand so I know where it has to go. So everything is back together now and working good. I put a used ignition switch in from a different truck, saved me some money. But I know I didn't cover everything step by step, but I just covered some of the steps that I struggled with. Not doing a job like this often. Run into how to get the key out, and then that white little switch above the key and tumbler. But I hope this helps somebody else. You guys be safe out there.